Look, there is no way an M. Night Shyamalan movie is going to be polarising or divisive, right? Trap. So yeah, M. Night Shyamalan returns in the directing chair to bring us a new thriller where a father and his teen daughter attend a pop concert only to realise they've entered the centre of a dark, sinister event to catch a serial killer. I mean, if you've seen the trailer for this, you know what the twist is already. It's kind of hard to talk about any of the film without it, and it's in the trailers, so essentially Josh Hartnett, who plays the dad, is the serial killer they're hunting down. And as I imagine, this movie's pretty divisive. It essentially goes through two schools of thoughts for people that watch it. Number one, that this film was good in concept only and you won't be a fan of this after about 30 minutes or so. Or number two, that you're able to look past the very convenient plot points of the film to allow yourself to have a semi-decent time with this. Honestly, can't fault those that come under category one because the story points here are where this film is at its weakest. Honestly, if this is a Harry Potter book, it'd be called something like Harry Potter and the Bullshit Coincidences or something, or I don't know, Harry Potter and the group of police that suck at doing their jobs. The killer is our main character and he is spending the movie trying to not get caught, so you're expecting to, I don't know, overcome these hurdles. I mean, it would be a short movie if you didn't, but God, I wish they were just more creative about it, you know? It's as simple as one guy for no reason spilling the beans about the whole police operation, or our main character pinching an apron hung to the wall and by chance it just happens to have a wallet inside which gets him out of trouble. The dude should just bought a lorry ticket outright and saved himself all the trouble. And it's kind of a shame because I think the actual core concept is really interesting and I kind of want to give praise on that because it's interesting enough to still keep me more or less engaged throughout, despite the amount of eye roll moments that come from the poor story planning. God, this sounds like so many other Shyamalan projects, doesn't it? I mean, I myself was able to look past those plot point problems to end up still enjoying my time with the movie. And yeah, besides the actual base concept being a great idea, the other winning factor for me was Josh Hartnett's performance, which I truly thought was actually incredible. Such a weird blend of charming and psychotic. The film is from his point of view, and so you get to see the cogs turning behind Josh Hartnett's eyes when we're presented with a new challenge he has to overcome. And whilst that end result wasn't always what was desired, seeing him presented with a new problem, having the camera show us the different key details he's picking up on to make us understand why he's doing what he's doing, whatever that is, just to get out these tight spots, it was actually pretty great stuff. Or good stuff. Maybe not great, but you know, good. Not to dive too much into the third act towards the end, but his character slowly unravels over time to the point where we get this dramatic shift in tone, and despite his Michael Myers-like ability to avoid arrest and any form of danger, the way he acts in that finale was really fun to watch. And I also want to give credit to Ariel, Donoghue, who plays the daughter in this. She did a great job, and the character is also written decent enough to have enough sense about her, at least sometimes. She very quickly calls out the bullshit Josh Hartnett's character is trying to pull in order to escape, and there's this thread of her feeling like her dad's being really weird. It's just that sometimes that thread kind of wavers a lot, where it's almost like she's sometimes forgotten what he's done leading up to the next scene. And yes, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's in this too, in a much larger role than what I was expecting, and I can see why a lot of people are annoyed by this, but also, I mean, the dude funds a huge chunk of these projects himself, so I can see why he can get away with it. Her name is Saleka Shyamalan, and if I never knew before going in that she was his daughter, I don't think her performance would have been anything problematic. She does all right for what the story is requiring of her, and that includes her pop star music, which is, I guess, fine. It's all original songs, and you listen to a lot of them, and some of them do get a bit grating after a while. Outside of that, the only other thing I want to mention is the cinematography, in particular the use of camera during conversations. A couple of neat first-person point of view shots where characters talk to each other looking at the camera. Makes it feel really unnerving, and I really enjoyed that. In general, the camera work is really tight. I think there's a lot right with Trap, but like I said, I think a lot of people won't make it to that conclusion because of the obvious lack of quality in the story execution. Way too easy, contrived coincidences that are struggling to retain that tension that the rest of the movie's qualities were trying to build up. So I'd say it's worth watching once, and I'm glad Josh Hartnett got to shine in here. Love seeing this guy back. So that's Trap. Let me know if you've already seen it. It's been out for a couple of weeks now, and if you have, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, feel free to like and subscribe and all that, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime and video games. Until next time guys, take care. Bye bye.